Hello and welcome to Let's Review. You know, there are times when I despair of this industry. Sakura Spirit hurts. Even the trailer for it hurts. It makes no effort to talk about the gameplay or the story. All it does is show off its female characters doing sexy posing. This is not the right way to market your games, people. And as such, I think there's an issue of balance that needs to be redressed. So, for this review, I will be wearing these shorts to show off my lovely, lovely legs. And... there we go. Right, now that that issue's been addressed, let's get on to the actual game. A lot of people like to throw around the phrase, "this is not a game." It gets used a lot on forums to describe a variety of visual novels, and personally, I think it's overused. You can define a video game just about any way you like. Personally, I define it as any piece of entertainment software that has an interactive element. And by that definition, Sakura Spirit is a game. Technically. It passes that on the bare minimum of having a single piece of interaction. One choice. And would you like to know what that changes in the grand scheme of things? Not a damn thing. Other than that, the only form of interaction is clicking past text boxes. And frankly, that's pathetic. And at only 3.5-ish hours long, the game's pretty short as well. And here's the thing, there's basically no replay value. And honestly, I was really getting bored by the end. I was happy when it ended. And when a game's that short and you're happy that it's ended, you know you're into problems. So what's the biggest problem? Well, it's boring for a start, but why? Well, to realise that, we need to look closer at the story. The story centres around a young man named Takahiro, a judo prodigy who's nervous about his upcoming match, which could decide his whole future. In order to help calm himself down, he decides to pray at an old temple outside of town. Unfortunately for him, while he's there, he encounters the temple's guardian spirit, who, for reasons known only to it, transports him to a strange other world. Here, he encounters a pair of fox spirits who are being chased by a pair of town guards. Takahiro is then drawn into the conflict between the spirits and the humans and has to find a way to resolve it. And you know what? As a setup for a story, it doesn't suck. You've got your conflict set up right off the bat, and you've got a decent reason why everything has to be explained to the main character in order to establish the world. The main problem is the game never really does anything with it. You stay with one group for a while and then the other, and you convince them to talk to each other. But it's just kind of dull. And the biggest reason for that is the characters. They're awful. Takahiro is a prick. He spends almost the entire game going on about how much of a hero he is just because he knows judo. But he never acts like a goddamn hero. He acts like a perverted teenager. And the worst thing is, all the other characters seem to believe his crap about being a hero. They literally trip over themselves to try and impress him by showing off their bodies. And you know what? Since you never actually see Takahiro, I choose to believe he looks like this. Besides Takahiro, there are 4 main characters, all of them female. And, well, the first is Miko. She's the younger of the 2 fox spirits, she's very happy-go-lucky, and she has a talent for magic. She's also the most shameless about throwing herself at Takahiro, in spite of the fact that she doesn't know what sex is. This is just creepy. It puts me in mind of a child who hasn't been taught the facts of life, doing sexy posing to try and make someone like them. It isn't hot, it's just disturbing. And the rest of the characters? I can barely remember a thing about them. There's Miko's elder sister, who's bland beyond all reason. There's the younger town guard, whose only character trait seems to be an inferiority complex that makes mine look minor, and I know that I suck. And then there's the elder town guard, who they keep trying to claim is this badass samurai warrior, but she loses every fight she's in, and she always seems to lose in a way that makes her clothes fall off. These are not good characters. In fact, they're terrible. And they really drag down what could have been an interesting story if it was better written. It's really badly written as well, by the way. There is literally nothing else worth saying about these characters because those are their only character traits. So let's move on to the artwork. The art is really beautiful. Here's the thing. I hate this game. I hate this game for a lot of very good reasons, but I'm not so petty as to deny praise to the elements that actually deserve it. And the artist is clearly extremely talented. It's beautifully drawn, fabulously well designed, and yes, I can mock the fashion choices as much as I want, but I can't deny that they have been masterfully drawn. I wish the artist luck in future work, and frankly, I hope she finds a project that's more worthy of her skills. The music bugs the hell out of me. It's not really bad per se, it just all seems to be on a 15 to 20 second loop, at which point it just repeats until it reaches the next track. It's really annoying and it adds absolutely nothing good to the game. It's also worth noting that at least one of the tracks sounds like the music you would use in a comedy sketch about an 80s porn film. It just comes across as funny when it's trying to be sexy, which is just awful, frankly. And as with most visual novels, there's absolutely no voice acting, which, honestly, given the quality of the rest of the project, I'm kind of grateful for. So, let's just move on. So the question becomes, did I like this game? No, I did not. Should you buy it? Nope. Here's the thing. There are better things you can do with your money. You could throw it down a drain. You could plant it in your garden and see if it grows you a money tree. Just for God's sake, don't spend it on Sakura Spirit. If you're looking for a game, there are better ones out there. Ones that don't count as games purely on technicalities. And if you're looking for something sexy, hell, there's a million sexier things out there, both on the internet and in the real world too. But if you want a recommendation for a sexy visual novel that's actually a really good game in its own right, give Lorraine the Amazon Princess a go. Now, if you'll excuse me, I feel the need to take a shower and some bleach. I'll see you later.